All right. Welcome to the sideboard. My name's Eric, and today it's time to play. Let's play MTG. Today we're going to be running a deck that actually top 8'd here recently, and it's a deck that we've kind of played around with the idea of a lot here on the channel, and I just kind of wanted to bring it to you guys because someone top 8'd again. It's only the second time that someone's put this into a good top 8 in the last, well, since Ixalan has come out, since the one of the combo pieces, if you will, was actually printed. The the deck that I'm actually talking about here is, of course, Red White Approach, and it's a deck that uses Approach of the Second Sun as the main win condition, but it has some other win conditions, and it was taken to a 5th place finish at the Star City Games Invitational Qualifier on the 16th of December, and if you're going to play it online, the deck only costs about 115 tickets. It's a little bit expensive, but overall, I actually think the deck's extremely competitive, and it's been one of those kind of fringe decks that a lot of people have been really interested in. So another reason why, I wanted to bring it to you guys here. And I have both of these links here in the description box below. So if you want the quick link rent, so you can just click it, go here, rent, and be playing it, you can. And then if you just want to go to Star City Games and check out the deck list and the rest of the decks that fought in that tournament. Matter of fact, I'll pull those up for you while we're here. Why not, right? Because, this is our stream. We'll do what we want. He was facing 4-color energy, Ramunap Red, Temur Energy, 4-color energy, Temur Pummeler, Jeskai Approach, which I almost played, and Grixis Control. Let's pull up that Jeskai Approach really quick here. Now, this is a Torrential Gearhulk list. There's no Chandras here, only the Gideons and Torrential Gearhulk. And as far as the main board goes, it's kind of the blue-white splashed for Harness Lightning again. Now, he did not pull the Guillermo Matinome. Ron Taylor here, he had to settle the wreckage, and he had the Fumigates in there. He was not bluffing, okay? So if you did watch, I think it was the Pro Tour, Guillermo Matinone actually had no Fumigates in the main board and was just bluffing his way through the tournament. And then when he got there and the deck lists were shared, cat was out of the bag, and he didn't win another game. Nobody played around the Fumigate or anything anymore, and they just played around the settle and went. But anyway, I really like Torrential Gearhulk and Settle the Wreckage, and that was kind of the package that Guillermo was working on. But I do like that this guy's not playing. He's committed. He's doing this. But it was a really good list, but it wasn't anything major, like, groundbreaking. We've seen people splash these approach decks black for black for Fatal Push, and we've seen them splash it red for Harness Lightning. So there was no like revolutionary tech there, and there's no real revolutionary tech in here. Let me go back. You know what? Why bother? We have it right here. We'll get into it. Let's pull up that preview panel for you guys here. So this is actually the revolutionary tech that we have. It's a split card. Revolutionary tech here is the 4 treasure maps. Oh, we're scrying. We are scrying. We're drawing cards. We're getting ramp. We're casting this stuff a lot earlier than we're supposed to. And that's what I like about this deck. Now, granted, most of the time, the decks don't want to actually turn on a Braid, and he didn't care. He's like, I'm bringing in most of my sideboard cards. Main board, we're going to do this. So if they're going to be killing stuff, they probably need to be killing creatures, and that takes a lot of pressure off the treasure map. And when you take pressure off the treasure map, you get to flip the treasure map, and flipping the treasure map can result in some serious goodness. I mean, come on. Cast a Regal Caracol, and before it hits the battlefield, you might get off a Fumigate. I like it. I like it a lot. So it's definitely the Sunbird's Approach deck that we're looking for. 3 Approach of the Second Sun, 4 Sunbird's Invocation. I mean, he's definitely committed to the combo here. He means it. He wants it. Going for that combo. Got the 3 Settles, 3 Fumigates, which is kind of common in the other versions of Approach. 1 Gideon's Intervention. Love this card. I know a lot of people want to be playing with Ixalan's binding, but this can actually deal with something that's not targetable after it hits. Really good card. Deals with that Bristling Hydra. If you're playing white, you got a heavy Bristling Hydra meta, throw this in there. Gideon's Intervention, hit those Long Tusk Cubs, whatever it may be, and now you've got an important enchantment on the battlefield that they might need to deal with before they can deal with your other stupid important enchantments. So you also have Cast Out, Gideon himself here, a singleton copy of a Braid in the main deck, and other than that, oh wow, I forgot to flip the lands. So let's count these up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 mountains. All right, well, we'll definitely have to go get some mountains, and then the rest will be plains. Cool. The rest of the land base, 2 Field of Ruin, which a lot of people like, only 1 Stone Quarry, and the rest are Inspiring Vantage. So let's grab those mountains. We'll look at the sideboard and go from there. Yeah, let's look at the sideboard. Authority of the Consuls, great card. It's going to be one of the ways we fight against red deck. 4 copies of it. Like, when you need it, you need it. So, you know, this is he knew what he was going after. He knew exactly what meta he was going after, and you know, it's coming into the year. I know a lot of people might be wanting to go after those store championships or something like that. This might be the deck to do it. You know, I know we have a store championship coming up this weekend at my local shop, so you know I'm going to be playing in that, and you know, Authority of the Consuls, we've got a lot of red deck, and 4 of them really going to shut red deck down, and it really doesn't hurt. There's not a lot of diminishing returns for the the second and third copy. You're still going to be gaining those additional points of life as long as they don't get down the little Ferocidon. Salinity, I know, Rich, if you're watching, Salinity is in the sideboard. There is that 1 copy. Bring it in if you need to. I actually think it's better against Sultai than it is against Temur, but I would still bring it in against Temur. I don't think it's just an auto-include against any energy deck, but maybe. That's right, Rich. Shout out to you, buddy. Sunscourge Champion in the sideboard. Additional life gain. No, there's only 1 copy, but we do have a couple more copies of Gideon's Intervention and an Angel of Sanction. And then we get into our red. The red here are a couple of copies of Chandra's Defeat. Terrific card. You know, spending 1 mana to deal with their Whirler Virtuoso, spending 1 mana to deal with, you know, the Scarab, not the Scarab God, but the Glory Bringers, and, you know, Chandra herself. You know, awesome card, and one of the few defeat cards that could actually hit its chosen Planeswalker, as Chandra gets more play than most of the others. Lily could probably hit at this point, but for the most part, you know, Chandra's Defeat, and we do have another copy of a Braid, and then Glorybringer. Now, granted, this deck wants to settle against Godpharaoh's Gift, not necessarily, you know, a Braid the Godpharaoh's Gift away. So, you know, settles pretty good, but overall, you know, the deck is extremely competitive. Let me get that chat up where I can actually see it a little bit better, and we will. We'll get those lands. We don't want to queue up. We can't queue up like this. So let's go mountain. All right, chat. You get to pick. Do we want to go with? I only got 8 of each. No. Where are the foils? Here we go. Show them foils. Didn't change much, did it? All right. Yeah. You like the foils. Unfortunately, we got to get 1 that's not a foil. I'll have to grab some more of these lands, and then the rest are going to be plains. Let's make this a little bit easier for us. We'll go to special, and we will put 10 in the deck and take 1 out. There we go. What's going on? There we go. Alright, guys, so that is our It did put the right one. Nope, it did not. I knew better than that. There we go. So that's the deck. Let's jump into some gameplay here. What do you say? I am in tournament practice, right? Playstyle tournament practice? Yeah. The Royal Crow. Alright, so let's get some shout outs here after we decide whether we're keeping. We can Chandra on 4, we can Glorybound Initiate on 2, Fumigate to catch up. Sure. I'm gonna put him on thinking we're red deck with a bad start. Okay, so Crazy, Doc, Frank, Bruce, Rich. I think that's everybody that's spoke up in chat so far. Welcome to the stream. Everyone else that's watching, welcome to the stream. We'll go ahead and pass the turn here. Okay, blue deck. I like a blue deck. Opt. Maybe he's approach. I think this deck actually loses to blue-white approach. I don't know. Maybe it's impossible to lose to blue-white approach. Well, no. It wouldn't be impossible to. Well, let's go ahead and try to get in. Not exerting. If we're going to be doing damage, I want to do just as much as possible. We have nothing else to do this turn. We may just crack this Filter Ruin to thin our deck. Plus, we could take him off of... No, he doesn't have split lands. A lot of red here, though. Soulscar Mage. This will get Lightning Strike. Cute part is he wants to wait and see if we exert it. So, let's go ahead and push into the Lightning Strike here. So he's going to make it a 1/1, but we'll be able to cast our Chandra. Oh. No, he's going to kill it before strike. Okay. I think we just buff this. Yeah, just get Chandra up there. I mean, he's in red. He could have some type of haste creature. So, yeah, I'm just going to tick Chandra up, hit him for 2. We got rid of a land. We're okay with that. Next turn, we could, fumigate, depending on what he plays. There's an Enigma Drake. Good time to fumigate. He's going to get in at Chandra for 1, I assume. Yeah, there we go. Another land off the top. Should we look for a Glorybringer? If we don't get the Glorybringer, we'll fumigate. Yeah, let's look for the Glorybringer. Nah, just a settle. Okay, well, let's clean up the battlefield here. Well, store championships are for everybody. I mean, if you play at that store, then you have just as much chance of taking it down as anyone else. I've said it a few times, but I've heard this a couple times. Ooh, a riddle form. So, he's going to get in at Chandra? I think I'm going to look for a Sunbirds or something here. Oh, wow. Alright, we could take a serious hit to Chandra here, and we could get this Does Chandra even matter once we get these cats down? We have plenty of land. Nope. Going for the cats, guys. Yes, I could have plus Chandra to leave up Settle. So, he's at 11. Chandra doesn't matter. He, he's got to deal with this. And when this one comes down, this is going to get nasty. Like, this is lethal next turn right here. He's got to deal with these cats. And that ain't going to do it. Tapping that red is not how you're going to live. This thing's going to tap. He is dead if he doesn't counter this. Yep, there we go. Alright, so, see, Chandra doesn't matter in that game. I didn't see any haste. Gideon's intervention is really, really mean, but I love it. So, oh, wait, that's right. I was looking for a Glorybringer, and it's in the side. My bad. Do we need to get in the air? Do we care? Chandra's defeat is absolutely necessary here. Braid does not get the big fella. Angel of Sanctions looks good. Just go high in. Test how fast he is. I don't think he's that fast. He's a Riddle Form deck. Gideon can like shut Riddle Form down. I'm sorry, guys. I've just played a lot of those Temur Miracle Grow decks, and you guys keep throwing them at me, but I just don't think the deck's good. It's missing some like important stuff, or construction issues, or something. I don't know, like more cantrips. But I just don't think the deck's good. Not right now. I kind of like this. I don't like this Braid. Like, I want... Alright. What's up, David? Jensen, Frank. Who else slipped in on me? MTG Cradle. Do I play Commander? I have some weird feelings about Commander. I think Commander should be... a deck builder's playground. So I really like this turn 3 Gideon. We'll cycle on 1. We get to keep another cast out for turn 4. This Gideon here, he looks really good. So we've got a draw spell in turn 1 or 2. Probably going to be on 1, and then Gideon on 2. Yeah, I like this. But as far as Commander goes, I believe it should be, like one of those places where you build a deck that you like, put your play style into, your true. This is me. This is how I want to play Magic. Well, we're going to be drawing on turn 1 and 2. Okay, so but yeah, it's just Commander is one of those things. Like that's why I play Izzet. I actually like Malik, the Izzet Paragon, as my commander. The other commander is Marchesa, the Black Rose. If I'm playing multiplayer, I just love to play Marchesa, the Black Rose. It's exactly what I want to be doing. I'm such a Johnny, and it's Grixis, and I get to be doing all of these like crazy interactions and +1/+1 counters, entering things, and at the end of your turn, I'm going to sack this, and in response to that, I'm going to do this, and it's just, I love it. I love it. You get to do some like crazy sequencing and stuff like that. Favorite card in that deck, other than Marchesa the Black Rose, is Butcher of Malakir. Because I get to do so many killer things, I get to actually, oh, another Gideon. Cool. So when the first one gets countered, we're really all the cast outs, y'all. Like redundancy is key, huh? So we're actually gonna be trying to draw some cards here. I'm probably gonna pitch 2 cast outs. Mirren of Clan, Parnell. Parnell, is that the guy who plays like Versus? Um, because if it is, and you know about the Versus series, then you know exactly the like what I'm talking about with the Is It Malik Paragon, um, like that David McDarby's deck. That's man, that deck is probably my favorite commander deck that I have ever been shown, that anyone has ever shown me. Like it struck me on a level, you know. It was like, wow, this is how I want to play Magic. I'm gonna cycle again. Perfect time to go ahead and get this Gideon out. I mean, he might spell pierce it, but you know, he did not. Okay, well, we're gonna make him have to deal with Gideon now, since we have a redundant copy of Gideon. Um, I just kind of wanted to go ahead and get that. He's stuck on land. Man, he is in some trouble. A lot of draw. Well, look at this crash through he's got here. Huh? Crash through? You guys like that. Alright. I like the search for his content. I like everything he's got going on. Lightning Strike, going to just go ahead and deal with Gideon. Cool by me. Had nothing going on next turn anyway. Unless we want to just cast out his search for Escanta, because he's on 6. Like, we just cast it out right now. He doesn't get land. Oh man, it's me. I'm doing it. That's so mean, right? Like, he's been stuck on land. He finally gets his red, and then we're gonna cast out his search. Cryptic Serpent. Okay, cool. And what do we do here? So we could Caracal. We could Gideon's Intervention. Yeah, I actually think I just want a Gideon. We'll just +1 on the Serpent. And pass. So this will definitely put a little bit of a dampener on the Serpent. Got a Drake. Okay. Well, unfortunately for him, I'm actually gonna do the prevention on the Serpent, and we're gonna cast the Drake, or Gideon's Intervention, the Drake. So Enig, my Drake, yeah. Sorry, Riddler, you're out. And yeah, that's a thing. That is a thing. Right? Yeah. I got you. I got you, crazy. That's exact play. Um, Queen Marchesa deck. Lots of small interactions. Flicker, Locks, Thalia's Lancers. Okay. I don't know what colors Queen Marchesa is. I really don't keep up with the legendary creature bracket, you know. Riddle form. So we just keep plussing here. I'll go ahead and let him counter this approach if he wants to. Next turn we'll be able to play Regal Caracal with Supreme Will coverage. So he can hit this for 3 if he wants. After we actually get the cats down, I'll start ticking over here. We need to see if we can get those cats down first. Oh, that's a good way to just finish Gideon off there. Okay. the lightning strike's definitely what he wanted there. So he can get rid of Gideon. Hopefully he's getting rid of most of his removal here. Would love to hit like Sunbirds off the top because, you know, we can still take a hit here. That happened. That happened. Alright, so... Oh, no. That's bad, though. We need a 4-mana spell off the top. Or we're just going to flip straight past our... we're going to hit... we're going to hit straight past our approach if we don't hit a 4-mana spell. Alright, so we cast Approach. There's one card on top of Approach. Alright, so that was, sorry, we cast Approach. There was 6 cards. We drew Sunbirds. There's 5 cards on top of it. We're going to draw another card. There'll be 4. So we need to hit a 4-mana spell. Or hit an Approach. Approach would be good. I think we just cast this Regal no matter what, and then if we just get to, yeah, I mean, we just cast all of this. I mean, we could cast a 2-mana and just like pray for something, but man, let's look for this Fumigate, and I'm not even worried about that Approach finish. Who cares? Let's kill him another way. Oh wow, what do we get? What do we get? Wrong one. All right, so we get a Chandra. There's the approaches. So there were 2 in here. That probably means if we would have cast this, we would have flipped 2, and then next turn drawn an approach. So hindsight, this would have been the better play. For now, though, I'm just going to cast this on Riddle Form. Alright, so that's going to keep him out of the air, and now we have blockers here. I know he swung with this, but it does no good. And let's see if we can hit, like, I don't know, treasure map. The one of. Nope, nothing. But that's okay. We've got a really good board presence, and, you know, we can just go on the beatdown plan. Which I think this is why he was able to, you know, do well at all. With the, you know, taking this deck into the top, was because the deck, you know, it just fights on a legitimate level, a good fair game, but has a really, really unfair card advantage engine in the deck with an instant combo finish. It could just come out of nowhere. So he's definitely putting a lot of threat on the opponent with this deck. I guess it didn't hurt that his name was Eric either, you know, also. I kind of like that. I thought that was cool. Isaac, welcome. Who else has got in here? All right. So if we just stack up, he just, you know, kills. Come on, high mana cost. Cryptic Serpent, man. Treasure map. Oh, there's the Fumigate. Okay. We're going to go ahead and put that stop in our upkeep here. The Metal Gear Solid music is right. Chandra's defeat. We do not want that. We do not need to kill something we already have under control. I'm going to go ahead and pass. Oh, a spray. So he did have it. If we would have triple blocked, he would have just eat us. So he's going to actually spend the 3 mana to scry in his upkeep. I like it. So he's digging. He's wanting to make sure that that one card is going to be worth it. Yeah. Bye, kitty. What, definitely taking a ton of damage here. We need something good. Yes. Hi, Mark. We're Blue Red Prowess, and we are up a game. This is game 2, and this can't do damage. This can't do damage, but these can. So we need something good right here. That ain't it. Here we go. Oh. Well, I guess we can always just hope and pray, right? He's scrying again. I don't know what the best thing we can hope for out of him is. If he's got a counter, we're in some trouble. One's a land. Okay. He's playing around settle. Well, we have got to do it. And hopefully we'll hit like cast out or... Oh, yeah, there we go. That'll work. That will work. So the only thing we have left to worry about after this... Cryptic Serpent. Is the only thing we have to worry about after that is Soulscar Mages. So that stupid powerful. Stupid. Kenny, welcome. How internet? Immoroth. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, right? Like, he played around it, but, you know, can't play around us, like, getting a 4-mana enchantment off the top. 4 mana is kind of where this deck is built, though. Oh, wow. Should have scryed. Should have scryed. I think we got a little bit of time right now, though. Yeah, let's put that on the bottom, and we'll just pass. At least we get to start drawing some cards. You know, once we get to start drawing some cards, we'll be all right. He needs some very specific threats. So for those of you just tuning in, we've got a Gideon's Intervention calling Enigma Drake. We've got a Gideon's Intervention calling Riddle Form. And we've got a Gideon's Intervention calling Cryptic Serpent. I think that leaves us with one creature left in his deck that could even begin to hurt someone. And do you see how the power of Gideon's Intervention actually was better in that case? In case like he cool, dude. As long as he doesn't pull Insult to Injury. I think the wording on... Oh, the one creature! I think the wording on Insult to Injury is... something along the lines of damage cannot be prevented. Oh, no. Let's see if we can find, like, a Chandra here. I would love to find a Chandra. Hey, girl. How you doing? Now, I can't take the cat here because the Fumigate's going to sweep the board here afterwards. Asthma girl, how you doing? Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party. And it's go time. Yeah, it's because it can actually hit something on the battlefield that is already there and stop that damage. It's much better than Lost Legacy, but it does have a weakness that Lost Legacy doesn't have. They can remove it after the fact. If you hit a Lost Legacy, that card's gone. It's done with. But Lost Legacy could put cards in their hand. This can stick cards in their hand, if that makes sense. I actually really like Gideon's Intervention better than Ixalan's Binding and Lost Legacy right now. Different things might happen in the format. Why do I keep... I forget that it's free. That one treasure map, guys. The one treasure map. Another plains. How about that? And another land. Well, unfortunately, we don't get anything from a Field of Ruin as well. Okay, well, unfortunately, we don't get anything from Chandra. Like, if we cast something from Chandra, it has to be cast from hand before we can get any trigger here. He's scrying. We've got one additional draw left, and then we're, you know, on the Chandra plan. He has to beat this Chandra here, though, or you know, we're about to do some crazy things. No, this is not jank. This top aided the SCG tournament. This is someone turned jank into non-jank, so that is why I've got it for you guys here tonight. Hal. This come in 5th place in the Invitational Qualifier. That's not a joke. That's a pretty good tournament. So in a field full of temur, 4-color, and things like that, this deck just hey, advances blasting cannons. That's pretty cool. We could use that. Vance's blasting cannons actually combos really well with your Sunbirds. Let's go ahead and draw our last card. Sunbird's Invocation. That just looks lovely. Ah, fumigate. We don't want to fumigate, so we'll just say no to that. I'll go ahead and play my land. Have I already played a land? Did I? Maybe I did. Come on, Chandra. All the lands in the world, ladies and gentlemen. All the lands in the world. Although, you know, if he can get up a, you know, if he can muster up the spells to cast here, he could flip this. And if he does flip it, we're in some trouble. He's going to scry to make sure it's something worth casting. Let's look. He did put it on the bottom. So let's take a look at what he's exiling here. Looks like so far Vance's blasting cannons. He got a Soulscar Mage, so he can cast that. He did get to flip this Search for Azcanta. You know, that's a thing. Soulscar Mage. Still has to deal with this Chandra ultimate. How many more spells can you cast? Can you flip this? I don't think he can flip it. He might be able to flip it. Lightning Strike. He's going to stop the Chandra. Okay. Or is he just going for us? Let's see. Let's see if he takes us to 4. No, he took Chandra to 4. Alright. Chandra is holding in there for us. We don't have any more cards to draw. So we'll just play a Gideon. Trigger a couple here. Well, I think I will take a Glorybound Initiate. And what else do we get? Nope. Well, we just put our approaches to the bottom. Let's go ahead and tick Chandra up. See what we get. Sunbird's Invocation. Yeah, I'll cast that. Just more value. Let's prevent all damage that this would do. He's still going to have to spend a turn to flip this, so that's our turn. That's all we've got. It's a pretty big turn, but, you know. Yeah, Sunbirds is pretty OP. Let's fix his stack. We'll put that back. No point in having this thing that huge. Can you guys see that? There we go. I got no hand, so... Man, board state's just crazy, right? Alright, what did he exile? Spell Pierce. Well, I'm not casting anything this turn. I mean, he could pierce his own thing. I mean, can he pull out some kind of clever maneuver and cast something, pierce it, and then cast something else, flip this? It might happen. You know me, I'd be trying to make it happen. Come on, fella. What do you got? I mean, every spell we hit off the top is just pure gold. The higher converted mana cost, the more options we have. So, the deck is 100% ready to go into the late game. We do know that our approaches are on the bottom of the library. We've been through them a few times now. It's cute that all of these spells aren't going to do anything other than just, you know, flip flip this Vance's blasting cannon. If he can cast one more, he still needs one more. I think he had to. I think he had to try to cantrip into it off of the crash through. I think that's why he had to pay for the spell pierce. Like he had to spell pierce and pay for his own spell pierce so that he could draw a card. What epicness! Oh, we get a land. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Just getting there. Yeah, why not? We have them all. It's like whose line is it anyway? You know, where the points just don't matter. We will exert and get ourselves back up to a little bit of a healthier life total here. And from this point, we should really stabilize. And that should really start wrapping it up here. He's going to have to scry here just to try to get the right card on top so that he can flip a proper card. Man, he's trying real hard. He's putting a lot of work into this Vance's blasting cannons, and it's still just not paying off for him. He gets an Abrade. He can deal with this. That's not bad. I mean, he's got enough mana to just, like, do everything in the world, right? Okay, so Sunbird's Invocation says that it has to be cast from your hand. We're currently casting that from exile, and that's why you're not actually getting the triggers here. So do remember that. Like you can't cast it from exile and get your Sunbird triggers. It does have to be cast from hand. Otherwise, it would just like they would cantrip off of each other. Oh, I cast this one from exile. Let's trigger the other ones, and you would just go through your whole deck. That, my friends, would be even more broken than we currently have. And this is kind of broken. Like, let me hit a 5-mana spell or, heaven forbid, an approach off the deck. We hit an approach. Oh my god, let me do math. 28 cards deep looking for another approach? Come on. If we hit an approach off the top, like, and we can cast it from our hand, we win instantly. We got 22 cards left in the deck. Now, granted, remember, you can always just say no to these. You don't have to deck yourself with this Sunbird's Invocation. Is he going to get it? Is he going to... He flipped it! He flipped it, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations. I think I just skipped my turn. Oh my goodness. Did I just skip the turn? Are we just going to lose because I skipped turn? Wow. Wow. Like, I want to say we're just way too far ahead. But, yeah, it could happen. So, if he's just going for us, he has to redirect to Gideon. Like, Gideon has to die. We still have Emblem. So, yeah, right now he's redirecting to Chandra. He's worried about Chandra, and we have Gideon. Like, are we at a board state to the point where, like, this poor little deck can't... I don't know what he can do. He's still worried about Chandra. Like, I get it. Chandra could, like, kill the one creature on his battlefield. the 2 creatures on his battlefield. Alright, I won't skip the turn this time, guys. Let's go ahead and cast this. Woo! Look at that! Watch him scoop. Alright, what do we want? Let's get silly. Let's gain some more life. So, I'll cast a Regal Caracol. What do we have here? This time we have another Regal Caracol. That'd be cool. I'm not going to do it, though. I want to leave some more in the deck. But at this point, we definitely get to toy with our opponent. No, we'll leave that Fumigate just in case. And oh man, if we'd have plus Chandra, I'm still going to take the new Chandra. Yeah, I want to keep the new one. And gain some life. Let's plus Chandra here. A Plains entered the battlefield. We'll 0 Gideon. And swing. So, yeah, he's definitely got to burn Gideon down, but if he spends the next 2 turns burning down Gideon, then we uptick Chandra twice for the kill. We have Soulscar Mage protection. Like, mad props to the opponent for sticking around. Like, cats for the win. Well, the board wipe was going to come after the cats, so, you know, I just wanted to gain a little bit of extra life. You know, putting 3 extra creatures on the battlefield is 3 extra points of life, and I don't figure we're going to be doing much else at this point anyway. If I don't accidentally F6 through our turn, but the likelihood of me casting anything here would be really slim. Other than, you know, this Chandra's defeat. Okay, I don't think we're going to find another 1 mana spell in here, considering we're holding the other one in our hand. What are you going to do here? He's going to Spitfire Battalion and Spitfire and Scoop. Alright, the plan there was just to remove the blocker, animate Gideon and swing. So, yeah. Wow. Alright, well, you know, mad props to, you know, Eric for this deck. It definitely played stupid well there. You guys want to get into you want to try it in a queue? I think I got some points. I might have a couple tickets here. We'll try it in an actual queue. See if we can get us a game against like a Temur Energy or something like that. So, you know, definitely. I like the deck. I like where the deck is placed in the meta. You know, you've got these little, you know, aggro decks that, you know, you can put a couple roadblocks in early that they have to answer, and if they don't answer those, then they like lose their field to a settle or to a fumigate, and then you're coming from behind on that with, you know, cats for the life gain and stuff of that nature. So, okay, nobody's wanting to. Looks like nobody like. This is why nobody plays the queues right now, is because MTG 421 is because, you know, you're just waiting on whoever has Temur Energy to finally queue up and, you know, take your points. So let's go ahead and see about fixing that. So my question is, why hasn't someone went Jeskai approach with this deck as the backbone and just I'm not keeping this. I need to make that bigger for you guys, right? Until the board gets, you know, crazy. This is better. We can keep this. Sure. I don't think we want to draw a card here, since we're going to start cycling. Or, scrying. Okay, well. I messed up in Modern by trying to, you know, call when people were playing Badlands, but we'll hold our comments. But anyway, so yeah, there was a Jeskai approach at the Pro Tour, but it was a blue. It was Guillermo Matanon, the one I was talking about at the beginning here. He was a blue-white approach deck, splashed red for Harness Lightning, and then like so. There's been a few, and there was even one in the very tournament that this deck was played in that was a Jeskai approach deck. Now that was also the blue version of the deck. Well, he's definitely he's coming at us with the energy here. That was a blue version of the deck. It's the blue-white decks that are splashing red. I actually want to see a blue-red deck splashing blue. I mean, sorry, the red-white deck splashing blue for the for just like negate. You know, like nothing else is really needed. You don't actually need you know, glimmers and all these other things to draw. Sunbird's Invocation will do it. You get down to Sunbirds, then you can control popping those cards off the top of your library, and that's the reason most of the deck is full of these 4-mana spells, is because you're looking for a 4-mana spell after you draw. You just play that 4 mana, pop those off, and the next turn, you got your approach right there. So let's just go ahead and slam this to treasure map, and then after that, I'm going to start putting up my yields, because the deck does take a little time to play. So we can just kind of start moving right on through, you know, to the opponent's turn, so we're not, like, stalling out. If this is Temur Energy, we might be in another long, drawn-out fight. Or it may be over quick. Jeskai Cycle Approach deck that did okay. No Sunbirds in it. Well, see, that's one of the main reasons for the Sunbirds there, Noah, is because, like, you cast that 4-mana spell on the turn after you play your approach, and you're instantly removing 4 cards off the top. You count the one that you removed when you drew for the turn, and that's 5 cards off the top. Most of the time you'll have a Chandra, you just tick up, that'll remove the last card. You cast a 5-mana spell, it removes everything, and you're guaranteed to draw. So, like, we're gonna... It's ramp. It's a ramp deck. Okay. Now it's time to put up the upkeep. I couldn't do it this turn because I want to get out this second treasure map. Just to have it. It's we don't have any other real time that we're going to be able to put it out. We're probably going to be trying to cast out something next turn. The thing I'm worried about, though, is it's a Carnage Tyrant. If it's a Carnage Tyrant, we're going to be in a little bit of trouble here. So we'll just kind of hold back for a minute and see what goes on. There's an Aether Hub. Well, so far it looks like 4-color ramp, but I mean a Temur ramp, but I haven't seen another color. Okay, a Combustible Gearhulk. Yeah, you can draw 3 cards, buddy. You will not fool me. I play with this card. I like the Combustible, though. So, unfortunately, we take 3 here, then we cast out Combustible next turn. And this is... We're really going to need to get into... I'm just going to go ahead and scry. I think this is late. But we know we're casting out Combustible next turn. We need something for 5. We need something good for 5. We need a Fumigate. We're going to draw that approach, though. Let's get rid of this Combustible. Gotta do what you gotta do. Gideon's Intervention would have been really good right there, just to drop that Gideon's Intervention. Now, since this deck was actually really tailored for the meta, we may be about to get whooped by some ramp. Oh yeah, draw more cards. You got all the options, fella. Let's put that upkeep trigger back. We're going to take 5 here. And that puts lethal on us next turn. So maybe drawing this approach. Like if we find that like our board wipe is 1 card too deep, we really need to settle right here. Because we're going to spend 1 to scry and upkeep. We need to hit that settle. Come on, settle the wreckage. That's a cast out. I'm going to keep it. Not going to gamble any further than that. Cast out will work for now. It buys us another turn. Okay, so next turn we could gain 7 life. Like, do we want to spend this to gain 7 life? Like, what do we want to do here? Scaled Behemoth, hexproof. Alright, so Fumigate. Come on, Fumigate. I am going to pay 1 in the upkeep to scry. Really need that Fumigate off the top right here. You know, you take what you can get. No, I didn't wish it was binding. I wish it was Gideon's Intervention. Gideon's Intervention, you can just call this card, and it just can't do damage, so... let's see if he's got the negate. Oh, doesn't want to swing with his big boy. Okay, well, it's going to buy us a little bit of time. A little bit of time indeed. All right. Are we worried about pump? Are we worried about him pumping? Has he got another follow-up here? What has he got? Rogue Refiner. Okay, we got to deal with that. We're going to go ahead and scry. Let's put that on the bottom. We could probably use a land, but... Alright, so we approach... and we live 1 turn right now. Not anymore. Do we? Okay. We still live 1 turn if he doesn't have some type of pump. But... yeah, we may need to hit those lands. Right now, I'm just kind of working off the treasures. I need a Fumigate, is what I need. Let's go ahead and scry. Do we want the land? No. I'm gonna say no to the land. We get a land anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and play that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh man. Alright, well, we try to live 1 turn. We'll be at 2 if he doesn't have a way to pump. We'll be at 2. We flip another treasure map. You know, hey, lands ain't gonna save us here. Like, Fumigate saves us. So. We flip a treasure map. We get to draw 2 cards. Come on. Fumigate be in the top 3. I think Fumigate and Settle are the only 2 cards that we can take. Regal Caracol? Maybe? Regal Caracol is not bad. I don't think. Let's go here. Don't have time for it. Let's go ahead and draw for the turn. We'll play that land. I think we're just done here. Come on, deck. Yes! Yes! Come on, don't have the counter. Don't have the counter. Play lobby. Yeah. Scooped it up. Isn't that mean? Oh, it's so mean. I love these like Heart of the Cards decks, you know? Where it's just right on the edge of your seat. Like, are we going to get there? And then we get there. Just got to believe. Got to believe. I've never actually played Yu-Gi-Oh! So I like a little bit for like one time. And then I was like, okay, whatever. Man, wow. Right? So J-Side, Jank, who else slipped in? Noah, Mark, Mark, you've been here. Yeah, we're in, that was game. Like, we're, hello, enjoy the match. Wow. Well, thank you, Steve. I will enjoy the match. Yes, and you too. Alright, so, hopefully we will get to enjoy the match. Looks like we got some fun components here. It's stupid how good this card is. Like, everyone looks at it and goes, oh, look, you're playing Sunbirds. Isn't that jank? Ha 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 ha. Not really. Not jank at all. We don't have a lot. We are going to get to, you know, like, follow up a Long Tusk Cub on 2, something like that. Looks like it's going to be red deck, so we're dead. I don't know. We might not be dead. We've got Caracols. We've got a Gideon. We've got a couple things, you know. We might be able to get through there. Would love to hit, like, that Abrade off the top, though, you know. We do need it within a couple turns. Let's go ahead and get down this Stone Quarry. Can't afford for it to be coming in late, or coming in tapped later. I mean, we're going to take our beating before we get online. So as foretold, like, what are we talking about here? I missed something here. Clearly Jankovic was saying something that I just totally missed. Man, are we just gonna die to the Bomat beats? Karzev. Unfortunately, like, Gideon just doesn't stop Karzev. Man, we got our 2-drop. How about that, fellas? So he's got to burn this now. He doesn't burn this. We swing with it next turn. Like, he's got to stop us from swinging with it. No, we're not trying to block. We're going to turn it sideways and gain 4 life. And then he can just do whatever he wants with it. So if he line crop crashers right here and just gets through, yeah, I'm okay with that. Unfortunately, nah, alright, so he went ahead and went the removal route. Good call on the opponent there. Oh, nice. Even had a follow-up for it. Yeah, he's got a good hand here. Definitely got a good hand. Well, it just depends. If you're playing the modern As Foretold deck, you're casting all of the 0 mana spells anyway. So, like all the suspend spells, you don't need counters on it. So, like, it just depends on how that deck was built. I don't even know if that deck would be hurt from it. Like, we don't necessarily have great targets here. Okay, so there is our stall. I hate playing him just to get him killed like this. Oh, this Earthshaker Kenner or Oncrop Crasher is just, or the Hazard is just going to just do stupid things. So I did the weaker one because if he's going to get rid of any of them, I think it's going to be this one. I mean, we're at 13. If he takes a couple, points to swing at our Gideon here, which he can. We do need to get a land, though. Alright, everything at Gideon. And also that at Gideon. Okay, so Gideon's dead, which we kind of figured. Yeah, that entire sequencing we had there just lined up very poorly. Rampaging Ferocida makes that much worse. Ixalan's Binding might be better here. Do we say Hazard? Do we try to call something that is not even currently on the field? We take 5, 6, 7, 8 next turn. I think we call the Ferocidon. I think we have to deal with something that's currently on the board. I don't want to call her because, like, we're taking more damage from Ragavan than we are from her. So, we're kind of in a bad spot right here. But, hey, I've seen this deck pull out. I don't know if it'll pull out from this, but I've definitely seen the deck pull out. Wow, this Regal Caracol will actually be bad if we hit it. We're going to take 3 from it. We're about to take 5 more right now. 6 more, sorry. No, 5. 6. Yeah, forgot the other Bobat. Yep. Just give me a Fumigate. Oh, man, we still need a land off the top. Even if we got a Fumigate off the top, we still need a land. Wow. Yeah. That's how it happens. That's how red deck happens. Red deck's a thing. It just happens. We definitely have a sideboard for it though. Treasure map, that's not going to do it. Let's go ahead and get into the sideboard here. Alright, so unfortunately against red, in my experience, this is one of the decks where you have to just kill it. You have to just kill the deck dead. Kill it dead. Sunscourge Champion. Gideon's Intervention. Alright, so we got to get rid of a bunch of cards. Bye-bye combo. Bye-bye board wipe. Yeah, I know. Treasure map is slow. Let's say I want 1 piece of value left. Is it just... It's the angel, isn't it? Yeah, it's the angel. Okay. So we're just taking the entire combo. Treasure map is really, really slow. We're taking that out since we're actually going to be a little bit more creature. We're going to be Boros aggro now. Fumigates is out. We don't need to do that. We need to kill red deck. The plan here is not to fight red deck, not to hold red deck off. The plan is to kill them. Kill them before the inevitability of them killing you. So that's where we're going, and that is the plan. We do still have our Settle the Wreckage. We have our other control. We are control. But Fumigate up here in the 5 mana spells, if we're spending 5 mana, we need to be doing some serious impact on the board, and we want to really get in there. So the plan is to kill red deck. Also, we do have to take in mind that our opponent is more than likely watching us. He was more friendly than usual when we played, or when we like he said hello, enjoy the match, and it just seemed abnormal, you know. Um, so we're not keeping that. I don't know. Maybe I read into things way too much. We're not keeping that either. We're going to die to red deck right here by a mulligan to 5. This is how it happens. White authority. Come on. Okay, well. We're going to put that Glory Bringer on the bottom. We really need to get into some early stuff. Red deck's going to be coming swinging, so we have got to expect it here. Authority. Okay, well, things are looking a little bit better. Things are looking a little bit better with that authority. We're still not out of the woods yet. We did mulligan to 5. We seem like a budget deck. We do, don't we? Yeah. You're right. I guess if you're just in these colors. Pitiful little budget deck. Hi, Soulscar Mage. Okay. Gideon's Intervention would be really cool to call on these mages. The lands do not feel bad. I'm not even going to lie. The lands don't feel bad at all. And we're going to just plus on one of them and pass the turn. Just again, we're just on that stall tactic till we get this Glory Bringer down, and we're going to try to go from there. May not even stall tactic. Like, just depends. Rampaging for Osidon. Yeah, so can't gain that life anymore, which is horrible. But he's still going to come in tapped. And this saves him, like this allows him to have burn spell next turn to swing with both of these at Gideon, because we have to put the we have to do this here. Honestly, I would love to hit like Gideon's Intervention cast out, or sorry, Gideon's Intervention land off the top, like in the next 2 draws. But you know, that would be asking a lot of the old game here. That is not going to be it. At least we know we're going to get 2 Glory Bringers, so let's just go ahead and make him have to burn to kill Gideon here. Alright, so if he's got a Lightning Bolt, he gets to put that to our face, and then the Sunscourge Champions will put work on Gideon. We are holding up like we have a Settle the Wreckage, so you know, we might get to bluff that a little bit. But again, I'm not thinking I can bluff anything here. Another thing is our opponent made a couple plays in game 1 that, unless he was just only holding that, they were just really, they didn't seem like optimal plays, but they were perfect for our hand. So, you know. Wow, okay, so Gideon gets to stick around one more point. Well, that'll probably be the end of Gideon. Oh, I actually wouldn't mind Fumigate now, right? Like, I said it earlier, oh, Fumigate, but honestly, I would also like some creatures. Okay, so like we get this weird thing. Like if we actually +1 Rampaging Ferocidon, like on the Rampaging Ferocidon, it won't be able to ping back at Gideon if we +1 on something else, Rampaging Carosodon just stays at 1, or is still going to ping Gideon. Yeah. So if we plus, he doesn't ping. If we plus something else, we can stop it next turn, and we can hit this Ferocidon with a Glorybringer. Yeah. We're going to stop the 2/2. We're definitely not being able to do what I wanted to do as far as like really get in at red deck. Mulligan to 5, you know. Unforeseen. So yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of that Rampaging Ferocidon. Would love to start gaining some life here. Well, that is actually all we have. We got to deal with the Ferocidon, but he's got a board state. So now we need to start building our board state before he gets out of hand. And unfortunately, he's got 4 cards in hand, and that's not good for us. Told me I needed Fumigate. Okay. You're 100% right. In this particular board state, Fumigate would have been a nice top deck to have. But I don't think we're out just yet. Oh, we're going to have a baby Glorybringer. For the record, though, it can still exert. Alright, fine. So, we take a bunch here. Looks like we're going to take 6. Gideon takes 1. And he's down to a lot fewer cards. Okay. Another land. Come on, deck. Come on. All the top decks last game. Everything we needed. Everything we could want. All we could ask for. And then this game, it's like, no. That's red deck. I don't want to fight against red deck. It's like, I just don't even want to be here. This deck just didn't even want to be here. Pumping his Thopter for a little extra damage here. I like it. I mean, 4 mana. Think we just Gideon Pia? Or Gideon the Thopter. Well, if we Gideon's dead either way here. We Gideon the Thopter, and if we Gideon Pia, then he can't actually. I mean, he can pump it, but he will have to spend his mana to get rid of Gideon, I guess. So, yeah, if he wants to do anything other with his mana, then, yeah, he's just going to pump and kill Gideon. Okay. Yep. There goes a little bit of mana. That's all he needs, though. Oh, he's got one coming at us. Okay. So he had planned this out. Both are at us. And yeah. Alright, that makes more sense. So he's just going to spend his whole turn dealing with Gideon. Gideon for us at 2. Or Gideon at us for 2. We just make him do it again. Sure, right? Like, let's try it with the Thopter. Let's see if that's a better play. Now he has to swing everything at Gideon, or just everything at us? Right, these poor Gideons. At us, at us. At Gideon, at us. Settle off the top. Come on, settle off the top. He's pumping it. Okay. I'm confused. I mean, we're still at 3, so, you know, lightning strike kills us here. Settle off the... No, settle. Well, fine. We'll live through one more combat step, maybe? No, we don't, because he just pumps, kills the Gideon, and kills us. Yeah, Gideon needs a shield, man. Just throw him up there. Unfortunately, Red Deck's about to put a hurting on us here. Our mulligan to 5 just really got us. We got the authority, though. I mean, I can see the power of running 4 authorities. When you need it, you need it. But this guy's just not playing more cards because he just don't want to let me draw more cards. Or he doesn't want to let me get it more life. So this is going to take us to negative damage, and Gideon's going to die. So this doesn't even help us. Alright, well, we got time for one more here. Do we? Yeah, we got time for another here. Maybe we won't get in versus Red Deck. Let's take a look. Maybe we can get in. Is anyone playing standard in the queues? There we go. Wow, my son is having a blast in the other room. Alright, hey, this one's for the money, guys. Alright. Here we go. We get in a queue. Treasure map, fumigate. I think this is about as good as it's going to get for us. So you're right. Maybe I shouldn't have taken the fumigates out, Jan. Maybe. Oh my goodness. Hi. Alright. Oh look, another land. Okay, so we're going to take one here. We're going to take a bunch. We are going to take a bunch. Okay, Regal Caracol. That's not horrible. We'll go ahead and get down treasure maps. We can start doing that. Let's see. The flip rate is we go 3, 4, flip on 5. Okay. Banana. Thank you, I assume. Thank banana. Cool. All right. Hey, you know, that's one of the things about the format, you know. And there goes the abrade. Turned on the abrade. Well, that's bad for us. So red deck's definitely a bad matchup. Femur Energy. On-Crop Crasher, is that what this is? Rampaging Frost. Wow, I mean, is Rampaging just like the 3-drop now? Approach. Well, we are a long way off of that. Well, we may end up getting to have a little bit of a life here. We will see. I need some action, something this turn. We really need to be able to do something. We haven't done anything for the last, like, since turn 2. That will help. He is so dead, though. Alright, so we take 5, 4, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7. Minimum. Take 3 right now, that'd be 10 altogether, and then a Hazard next turn. We're just dead to Hazard. We can't even play that. Alright, whatever. Bye, Gideon. It was nice knowing you, Gids. Nice knowing you. I don't know who this guy is in chat. Alright, so what are we actually going to tick this over on? I shouldn't have passed priority because he could have just burned it. I guess here, so we take less damage. Next turn we fumigate, and then we Regal Caracol and kind of make our way to this approach. Are you trolling my stream? Man, don't do that. I hate having to moderate. I hate doing that. It's just bad. Alright, we take $1 billion here. How much of this is Gideon eating? Gideon eats Karizev. And is Gideon gonna live? No, Gideon doesn't live here, right? You wouldn't let Gideon live, would you? Would you? I hate that you guys had to witness me be ugly to someone, but I will if I have to. I didn't think Gideon was going to live. I knew something else had to be up there. Alright, well, let's just go ahead and fumigate. And we'll pass. At least we know we're going to get to our mana to cast this approach. So, you know, we get to turn 6 of Regal Caracol, turn 7 Approach of the Second Sun. That's a lot of life gain. That's a lot of things that red decks got to deal with. Yeah, they might have a Hazard, but it's still a lot of stuff to deal with. Gideon, punching bag right in there for us. Oh, hey, I got a thumbs down on this one now. That's cool. That is his value. The sacrificial lamb. Like, just pure value out of the Gideon. I'm going to play the tap land since we don't need the others. He gets a Rampaging Ferocidon out of all things. I mean, we had to cast it. Yeah, he's just a meat shield. Against temur, you know, he comes down against, like, you deal with the problem of, like, you know, the long tusk cub or something like that, and then you just have like these rogue refiners and things like that. He's really great the second and third Gideon you see after you've dealt with everything. What? You're just gonna swing with a Hazard? This is so bad. We can't even gain life here. Gee, Gideon would be really good on a Hazard. He'd be good here. I don't know what he's waiting on. Doesn't seem like he wants to move to combat. Like, move to blocks. I mean, we have to block. So we just stick a cat in front of it and pass. Or, you know, pass priority back. Red deck, huh? Wow. Give me something to deal with this. Enchantment. Like, cast out would be so good right now. You want to trade? Let's trade, dude. Trade with me. You're not going to trade? Fine. He didn't want to trade with me. Well, let's try to get rid of the Gideon. Or the Hazard, I mean. Harsh Mentor. Sunbird's Invocation. Okay, well, we need to end this. So, here we go. We're just going to try to live one turn and see what's in the top 7. Can we combo off versus red deck? Ashandra. Oh man, he's going to be just doing all the things. All of the things. Well, we need all of the things to happen right here. Do we just take... Yeah, we're taking it. Come on. Something good in the top 7. Something really, really good. Even Fumigate would be good. Glorybound Initiate. Well, we'll see. Here we go. Is it a combo? Sorry guys, it was not. All we got was Fumigate. Well, oh well. Uh, because I don't know. I was thinking that I would try to attack at Chandra with it. Um, I don't know. Maybe I should have blocked, stopped the 3 points of damage. At least we got to gain a ton of life right there. That was really, really good for us. Although it's going to be hard for us to like answer back at this, but we'll see. Well, luckily we actually get to call this after the trigger, so we'll cast it and go from there. Ooh, I like the abrade here. Yeah. But Gideon is something that can attack Chandra. I'm going to go with the Gideon. I'm going with Mr. Punching Bag, but man, that abrade seems like it would be really good on that Rampaging Ferocidon. But remember, we also have something to come down to deal with things, so we could like deal with Ferocidon right here. Or we could deal with Earthshaker Kenra. We could deal with Chandra. I want the Gideon. As much as I want to deal with this, I'm going to play Gideon, and we're going to get in at Chandra next turn here. Alright, so this is actually going to get the Frost. Do we get the Ferocidon? Or do we get Chandra with this? He's still going to be able to activate abilities. I think we get the Ferocidon. So let's go Rampaging Ferocidon. And now we can't take damage. Only a... Oh, yeah. Alright, cool. And we take no damage from it. It can't deal damage to us. And we will plus on Chandra. Next turn, we get to start turning things sideways. Like, he's got 0 cards in hand. We can take a hit for 2. Exert, exert. Looks real good. Let's see here. Wow, a bunch of people jumped in here. Robbie, JSAD, Mark, Matt. Who else we got? Sevante. I'm sure I messed that up. Yeah. Welcome, everyone. Hi, Jan. How Internet. How do you name Chandra or Dino? What do you mean? Like, how do you name them? Gideon's Intervention comes in, and when it comes into the battlefield, you name a card. Any card that has been printed. So you can't, like, say Thopter. And then, like, not take damage from Thopters. So you actually have to name a card itself. But, as long as it's an actual card name, like you could say Nicol Bolas, you could say Chandra. But the reason I named Chandra for not dealing damage, because I don't want him to tick it up, deal damage to us. On the other side of it, the Rampaging Ferocidon cannot deal damage to us due to the Gideon's Intervention. So, granted, there might have been a better play in there somewhere where we took the Abrade and cast the Abrade and just killed the Rampaging Ferocidon. But I think this is about the best we're going to be able to hope for here. So he gets a Mountain. That's 2 damage we didn't take. We can take 2 from the Earthshaker Kenra, but I actually think that's probably going to Gideon. And then next turn, we're going to turn Gideon sideways. Chandra's dying. Unless he's got a blocker. If he doesn't attack Gideon this turn, then I assume he either loses his Chandra or his 2 blockers, one or the other. But we're done with this Rampaging Ferocidon stuff. Yeah, he's going to scoop it up. We're back at 14 life. He's at 0. We've got all the things. He probably also lost track of the fact that we went way past our approach. Alright, so I'm going to take the treasure maps back out. Do we want to just try to, like, fight red deck? Is that what you guys are saying? Like, that's why we're with the authorities here, that we're going to just slow it down and fight it? Or just make that trade? Is this for Glorybringer? Is it not for red deck? It's got to be for red deck, right? A Braid has to be for red deck? What's the weak thing here? Approach? So, let's say we are going to do something other than an approach finish. Sunscourge Champion looks like a real thing. Give us more early stuff. Alright, I'm leaving in the Fumigates. I'm just going to cut 1 Sunbirds. I'm going to run it like this. We're just going to try this. I think the Glorybringers are for other matchups. I don't know exactly how he built his sideboard. I really like 2 Combustible Gearhulks in my sideboard. Ooh, wow. Gideon's Intervention. I want that over these 2 cast outs. Maybe another cast out. Just two Sunbirds. I don't want to come completely off of my value, because that's what made him scoop, was the fact that we had so much value. But I do want to stick on the plan of get red deck dead. Yes, if we have a slow hand, it's going to take a while, but the plan is always to kill red deck before they kill you. Like, I don't expect to actually race them, but like, I don't want to play around with it. I want to finish the opponent. Right, I think he probably just miscalculated the approach. I think he thought it was just next, and I don't think he calculated the fact that we just went through it. Right? Well, I wasn't even worried about the approach. Like, I was using that for value. Like, let me just gain 7 life here and get whatever one of these cards are, in the top 7, and, we'll kind of just revalue from there. And I think that's one of the things that makes the deck so powerful. It's like, okay, cool, well, you stopped the approach, but here's all of this other stuff. And I'm really, really happy we took game 1 versus red deck right there. And we're up a minute on time. So, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I did keep Fumigate, Mark. I ain't going to let you guys down with him building some kind of board state. I also hope that I can keep 7 or 6 cards in my hand this time. Starting at 5 hurts. Especially when you're on the draw against red deck. He's on the play. Especially when you're on the play against red deck. He's on the play, we get the draw. So, going to 6 wouldn't be that bad. I'll definitely be more inclined to mulligan. Come on, opponent! What is going on? Oh, it's 8:45. Never mind. Never mind. I know what it is. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I'll make this real quick. Here, let me do this. This is about the most that we're allowed to say about it. Oh wow, this is just taking. I just made this way too much. I finally got it! Yay! I finally got my arena. So that's where I've been the past couple days, is just, playing as much arena as I can get away with. But it's a lot of fun. It looks really good. So I can't wait till we can actually tell you guys a lot about it and start getting some footage and things like that out for you guys. That'll be a lot of fun. Looks like we're going to be like turn 3. A turn 3 sack our own Field of Ruin here. Hopefully he'll get us a Ramunap Ruins out pretty quick, and we can do that. Congratulations, Mark. I think that we're okay with saying that we can't make parties yet or teams yet. So, and if that's the case, hopefully we'll be able to do that. And those of us that have the arena pass, I'll set up something so that those of us that are allowed to get into arena and play some, we can do that and do it together. Uh, Man, what am I just really wanting to do here? Do we want Tashandra's defeat on turn one, or nah? We're not worried about that. Let's just roll. I think we're gonna be like a braid on two, Field of Ruin for a white land. We do need him to play a desert or something. Or just maybe we can just draw planes. Hey, look. We're good now. The land situation no longer matters. Let's see what else he's got. He bumps this up, makes it big or something like that. Yeah, I'll defeat it. This is a really powerful card, so I'll hang on for a minute. What's the value of this bow mat? Is he on one land hand? Was this for real? Red deck just did what we did against red deck last game. This is really happening. I get it. Some of you might have wanted to kill the bow mat, but I'm not that scared of Bomat if he's stuck on one land. He can get a couple cards under it if he wants, but dumping possibly good hands, good cards he can't play for cards he don't know are lands. Yeah. Oh, and I'm definitely not worried about it now. So yeah, that's good game, Red Deck. It was nice playing with you. Thanks for coming out. Right, save something for the Ferocidon. Both of you guys are like, you're like, oh, the Ferocidon. You're right, 100%. I am saving something for the Ferocidon. Unfortunately, he's just got such a bad start here. He's lost. Hey, he got a land, guys. He got a land. All right. Oh, it's great. I mean, we don't have a way to kill him. We just have great control right now. So he might come back. Might have spoke a little too soon. I'm just gonna pass. Everything's instant speed that we got to worry about, so more control off the top here. We're looking pretty good. Oh, he's gonna strike us. Yeah. Bye bye, Bomat. He's trying. I should have actually done the destroy target artifact, but he was tapped out, so it just didn't matter. But the proper thing is to say destroy target artifact. Okay, so he wanted to dump his hand and draw from the Bomat. I got it. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, we still had up Chandra's defeat in case he brought out something that was worth worrying about, but although this little Bomat's starting to get some work done here. Yeah. We're just going to pass and see if we can get Value Town on the ground. And if we can get Value Town, right? When you're just not getting your lands, Bomat has all the lands under it. You know that's how it works. We don't settle here, right? Right? I still can't settle that. Yeah. Not settling. I am slamming this, though. There you go, dude. Ever how much damage you can do this turn. It is all you. You get to do all the damage. Shock us for 2. He's got 1 card in hand. Top deck of land, hazard. Bam. Oh. Land, come on, show me the hazard. No hazard. Get some more cards here, though. He's definitely looking good. Oh, look at that Chandra. That's pretty good. She's at 5. He sacked it, got 3 more cards. Man, that is awesome. What are we going to do? We're going to play a tap land. And we're going to play a Chandra's Defeat. Granted, we only get to look at 1 card, but yeah, sure. Whatever. Hey, look at that. We got rid of a land. So no, we will not cast that. We will Chandra's Defeat. And we may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. So we're going to say yes. We're going to get rid of this land. Ah, man, we just drew another land. Oh, well. So we've got Settle Up. Yeah. Full value on the Chandra's Defeat. Held the right card. Definitely held the right one. That Abrade would not have done it. So casting that early Abrade, we made the right call. I love those that you don't really know if you made that right call or not until way down the road. And then, you know, you get down the road and you find out, yep, we got it. So now we can hold up, settle. We've got our value engine here. I'm thinking no matter what he cast, I'm fumigating if it's a creature. Just because, like, I want some type of threat. Remember the plan. Get red deck dead. So, that is 100% going to be the plan. Personally, I'd like to hit like Caracol into Caracol and then go have a good day. So Caracol off the top would be like my favorite draw. I mean, he's got 4 cards in hand though, so he's doing good. 3 cards in hand. We're at 8. You've never seen anyone Chandra's Defeat a Chandra. Wow. Like, you must not run like 3 in your... Like, my Grixis control deck, or my Grixis mid-range deck that I play at my FNM, I have 3 Chandra's Defeat in the sideboard. For Glorybringers and Chandras and all of the other good stuff. It's a really, really good card. Like, you can just shoot a Chandra that you can't kill because it's only 5 damage. You can shoot a Chandra you can't kill just to draw a card, discard a card. Shoot your own Chandra, draw a card, discard a card. Hey, there we go. That's like fumigate worthy, right? I guess so. So we play fumigate. Sure. Give us something good. Something with some value. Something good. I would even take Mr. Punching Bag himself right now. Yeah, Grixis mid-range is my deck. Like, that's like when I'm playing hey, Punching Bag. Mr. Punching Bag showed up, ladies and gentlemen. I think he's ready to fight back. Not for sure he's willing to just keep taking this beating. Gonna go ahead and make an emblem. I know that leaves him like dead to Hazoret or something like that, but it happens. But yeah, Grixis mid-range, that's my Friday Night Magic deck. That's my favorite deck. That's what I go beat up on the 4-color energy decks with. Although there's this one guy, Todd, if you're out there, he plays blue-black control. He don't play around with it. It's the real deal. Like, pure blue-black control. And he just shows me that I'm not the control deck in the matchup. So, Good games, though. Like, the guy's a good player. I like playing him. Bye, Gideon! Wow, he just attacked us. He just hit us with it. Oh, okay. Is he just gonna try to burn us? Cause that could happen. He might be able to burn us. It's gonna take a lot of lightning strikes, but he might be able to get there. I think this turn we pop the Ramunap Ruins. Okay, that's a thing. Okay, Gideon. 5 swings, buddy. You got this. You got this. I'll bring you some help here soon. Alright, so we'll cast the Glory Bound. I doubt we're going to get lucky enough to get another Glory Bound, but, oh wow, Chandra's Defeat was there. We just don't have a target. That's pretty cool. At least we get to leave up Settle here, so, you know, if he does try to get in, you know, we still got some answers there. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then that would leave enough for Settle +1. So yeah, we can Settle and pop this. So when he goes to sacrifice one of these this turn, we're going to go ahead and sacrifice ours to pop his Ramunap. So he loses 2 deserts in this exchange. I think we'll just go get another white source. Alright, so we did we stop the damage? We were at 8, right? No, we were at 6. Oh, wow. Did we somehow remove the Ramunap? Ferocidon. Okay, Ferocidon. Gotta find something to deal with you again. Ah, this Ferocidon, man. Ferocidon. He's ferocious. He's ferocious. Changing it from Ferocidon to Ferocidon. You crush Sultai and aggro decks? With what? Oh, with your... Oh, you have Grixis as well? I mean, I like Grixis. It's really good. Definitely still going to keep trying to get in here. I'm just exerting because I need to get big. That's all. And yes, fella, we have settled the wreckage and whatever else might be on top. Okay, well, that's really decent for us. He is top decking. We do get to settle the wreckage. Look at the top 4 cards, cast something off of it. Like, this means that this is not just a settle the wreckage. It could be a cast out, a Gideon's intervention, something else along those lines that could, you know, save the day for us. Is Gideon starting to, like, put on a show? Like, I know someone said earlier, I forget who it was, that said they just really hadn't seen a lot out of Gideon, but I think it's that versatility. I think it's when you need to be a shield, Gideon is a shield. When you need to be something else, Gideon is that something else. So, I 100% settle here. Maybe we'll cast out this Aether Sphere Harvester. Or maybe just Chandra? Looks like we're getting a cast out. Or do we get Glory Bound Initiate? He just scooped it up. Glory Bound actually was what I was going to pick, because that would allow us to swing in for another 4 there and gain some life. We would put 12 on him. Yeah. So it would be putting 12 damage on him and actually gaining 4 life. So and then the following turn after that doing it again, and he was stuck top decking, waiting on a creature. So you know, definitely not that great for the opponent right there. But I'll take the extra points, you know, against a red deck. So we did lose to red deck in the testing, but when it came time to actually get to red deck in the overall game, you know, we got there. We got there. So you know, when it counts. I would say that the deck's matchup against red is, if you get a decent hand, it's probably not that bad. So, well, approach wasn't in the deck at that point, How Internet, but that's, we had cut down, we were in the sideboard at that point. But anyway, I think the deck is really, really good, guys. And one of the reasons I wanted to show it to you guys tonight is because someone top-8'd a huge event with it. It's real. It's in the format, and it can fight Temur Energy. It can fight red deck. Granted, no deck's got a, you know, a 80% matchup against red deck unless they're just built to beat it, and then they just horrible against everything else. This is a deck that you can have a lot of fun with, and the jankiness of it. Oh my goodness, guys and gals. Apparently I've got about 8% female viewership, so I'm gonna definitely start acknowledging that a little bit. Sorry ladies that I haven't in the past. My, you know, just redneck dumbness has made me, you know, just assume this was a guy's game like everyone else. So I'll stop doing that. And other than that, though, guys, the deck's a ton of fun. Gals, guys, whatever, I'll figure it out. And we'll see you Saturday. Tomorrow is Friday, and Friday for me is the day you support your LGS. So support your LGS. Go play your FNM. Saturday, we have a store tournament, and it is the store championship. So that means quite a bit to me, guys. I don't want to say you guys don't mean quite a bit to me, but I really want to go take a chance at that. I've got a really good deck. I've been tuning my Grixis midrange for quite some time, and I really want to just go take a shot at it. So I may be streaming Saturday night. I may not, but I'm going for my store championship, and we're going to see if I can get the mat that matches my background, you know. But for tonight, this was the deck. Red-white approach, Boros approach, whatever it is you want to call it, you know. That's I'm not worried about it. Like the belittling, the dumb, the stupid, all don't you worry, all right? You guys can wear it out with the trolling or whatever. I just deal with it. I don't even care. Like you want to troll my stream, I'll just remove you. Like, there's ways to deal with absolutely everything, and being the victim is not the way to do it. So don't you worry that I called myself dumb. That particular situation was all I meant. So other than that, if you got some decks you want in for Subscribers Sunday, because I cannot promise that we'll be playing Jank this Saturday because of the store championship and how much I want to get into that. So we're probably going to delay Saturday's stream for that. I do have some other stuff coming up towards the first of the year. I'll be doing the first stream announcement. We're coming up on 1,000 subscribers, guys. So we've got some major changes that are going to be going on with the channel and things like that. So for everyone that stuck around, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button if you liked tonight's show and all the jank that we played and the goodness that we had with it. We only lost 1 out of those 4 matches. Hit that thumbs up button. And for everything else, guys, I had a lot of fun. I hope you had fun. We'll see you next time here on the Sideboard.